Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. And the reason I say that like that is not to be offensive, but Dr. V behind the camera is from Venezuela and he loves it when I roll my R's like that, okay? He loves that. Makes him feel like he's home. I don't know what that means. But anyway, the topic of today is a good one. Hey Stan, where's my retirement income going to go from? I mean, where's it coming from, son? Where am I going to get it? Where's it at? Where's Waldo? That's a good question. I kind of know where it's all hidden. I do know where that retirement income can be found. And I'll talk about it after this. So, where will your retirement income come from? Well, let's start with the basics. The first thing is Social Security. It's the best inflation annuity on the planet because it's political, not actuarial. And by the way, I'm contractual, but the point is you already own an annuity. That's the best one. It wasn't put on the planet for 100% of your retirement income, but I read a stat the other day where it's shockingly alarming that a lot of people have to use it for all of their retirement income, and that is sad. That's not what it's there for, okay? Retirement income can also come from the rental houses that you have, etc., or if you don't have, any type of side hustle that you have. That's where retirement income comes from. But annuities, many different types, there's 4 types for lifetime income, can provide lifetime income as long as you are breathing. Okay? Social Security, the commercial version of that is called a single premium immediate annuity. Pays you for as long as you're breathing. Now, one of the fallacies out there, people, and you might be that person say, well, I'd never buy that, son, because if I die, the annuity company keeps the money. I don't want them to keep my money. Well, that's dumb, okay, because we can structure it so that 100% of any unused money goes to the beneficiaries, and the evil annuity company never keeps a penny, even though they're on the hook to pay. You're transferring the risk to the annuity company. Annuities are issued by life insurance companies. You're transferring that risk so they pay you as long as you're breathing. What if I'm on a respirator? They're going to pay. What if I live to 150? They're going to pay. What if it's joint life and my wife lives to 180? Going to pay. Which means that we have to choose quality carriers, A+ or better. You don't need a sweater. A+ or better rated for lifetime income. No exceptions. Don't let Johnny Appleseed agent down the road say, well, this B rated company's just as good. No, it's not, okay? No, it's not, and you know it's not. So where's it going to come from? If you have an IRA, there's a product called a qualified longevity annuity contract. So a lot of you out there going, I read somewhere the other day somebody said never put an annuity inside of an IRA. Well, they're stupid. They're stupid. Don't talk to that person, you'll lose IQ points. Don't read their stuff, you'll lose IQ points. Qualified longevity annuity contracts were put on the planet in 2014 by the IRS, our friends at the IRS, and the Treasury Department so that you can use IRA assets for lifetime income. And you can attach a spouse for joint lifetime income. So if you have an IRA, you can use that, and there's some tax advantages to a qualified longevity annuity contract that you can take advantage of. You can go to my site, you can run QLAC quotes, SPIA quotes, DIA quotes. You can download books that I've written on them. I call them annuity owner's manuals. And they're easy reads, 50 to 70 pages. I've just broken it down. Or you can go down the rabbit hole and say, I want to know about QLACs on my YouTube page, and there'll be a zillion QLAC videos that I've done, educational. So where's your retirement income going to come from? It's going to come from your IRA. It's going to come from checking account. And you might say, well, I don't want to buy an annuity. I just want to live off the interest. Okay, that's great. You can do that. I had a guy that called the other day. This is a true story. And he said, I said, well, I'm always, well, what's your investable asset base? That does not include your house, your car, your guitar. Okay? What's your investable asset base? And the guy literally said to me, $9 million. And I went, great. you do not need to annuitize or turn anything into a lifetime income stream because you can just take interest off the top of that and live a good life. He goes, you think? I'm like, I know. I'm pretty sure. That math works, okay? So a lot of you have a huge asset base. First thing that I'm going to tell you is, let's try to keep the powder dry, player. We don't have to lock anything in. We don't have to annuitize and turn it into payment form. You can just take interest off the top. And you go, and the guy said, well, interest rates are, they're just not high. They're not like where I want them to be. I'm like, I know. That's okay. I mean, if you got 3% off $9 million, you're good. Okay? Really? How much is that? $270 a year, player. You're good. You're good. Really? Yeah. I mean, annuities, contractual guarantees from annuities, this is all simple. It's the agents and advisors that make it difficult and make it complicated. It's math. It's basic, simple math. Now, if you're not the $9 million guy and you have a couple $100,000 account, then we have to look at possibly annuitizing or turning something into a lifetime income stream and transferring that risk for lifetime income while protecting that principal if something happens to you before you die, before you reach your life expectancy. I always tell people, if you're thinking, well, the annuity company is going to keep the money when I die, that's not true. We can structure it so that it's going to pay for as long as you're breathing, even if you're on a respirator. And when you die, if you die early before your life expectancy, whatever's left in the account goes to your beneficiaries. Annuity company doesn't keep the money. So where does retirement income come from? It comes from the assets you have in place. IRA, non-IRA, and if you have a Roth IRA, in a perfect world, I think Roth is for growth because you've already paid all these upfront taxes. But if you say, I don't want to do growth anymore, I want to do lifetime income, you can buy an immediate annuity inside of a Roth IRA, and that income stream is tax-free. Now, what you've got to get in your head, annuities are not investments. They're non-correlated assets. What does that mean, Stan, in English? That means not attached to the market. War doesn't affect them. Politics doesn't affect them. Nothing affects them. They're contractual guarantees. So the question is, what do you want to solve for? Two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? From those two questions, we can determine, A, if you need an annuity, and which one's going to provide the highest contractual guarantee. There's many types of annuities. Or B, you don't need an annuity. Like Mr. 9 million, I said, hey, you can do MIGAs, that just protect the principal and you can peel off the interest, but you don't have to do that. He was being too fancy. The other question you have to do, where's my retirement income coming from? If somebody out there is saying, well, you just let me manage that money, sir, and then we can just take out 4% every year and that's your income. Full of crap. Full of crap. That 4% rule has been debunked, crapped upon, factually torn apart so many times, it's mind-numbing. So the question to Master of the Universe guy that brings the 4% rule up is, hey, player, what if the market goes down, like down 20%? We still peel off the 4, right? That means we're down 24. You're never going to make that back. The 4% rule is a joke. If anybody out there that's a financial advisor, RIA, Master of the Universe, FEO, it says, we can do it, 4% rule, been doing it. Full of crap. And for those people that happen to be watching this, I don't know why you would, because I'm not hiring you and I don't want to talk to you, stand at theannuityman.com and I will fillet you like a flounder factually. And you know I'm right. You are a better investor if you have your income floor in place contractually using annuities in combination with your pension, if you're so fortunate, and your Social Security, which is also your pension. It's the best inflation pension out there. So where's it going to come from? It's going to come from the assets you have in place. Now, my goal is to use the least amount of money, listen to me now, lean in, the least amount of money to contractually solve for what you're trying to solve for. So if you say to me, hey, we need $1,000 to start in income to start, me and the wife, lifetime income in a year. We're going to reverse engineer that quote to use the least amount of money to contractually solve for that $1,000 a month, for the rest of both of your lives with an A+ rated carrier or better. And if you tell us, unless you tell us otherwise, we're going to make sure that 100% of any unused money goes to whoever you list as beneficiaries. That's what I'm talking about. The other thing is you should never use more than 50% of your assets, that doesn't include your car, house, or guitar, in annuities. We can push it if there's a special case, but typically 50%. If any agent tells you otherwise, they are a sociopath and they are lying. Annuities aren't for everybody. You already own one, Social Security. But just use your common sense. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time. So where's your retirement income coming from? Your current asset base. We just got to figure out how to use the least amount of that to achieve the goal. Do me a favor, go to my site at theannuityman.com, the best consumer site on the planet for annuities. You can contact me, Stan at theannuityman.com. You have access to me if you want access to me. So a lot of people, well, I don't want no dang access to them. I mean, crazy. No, but you can get me if you want to. I own the company. My wife and I still own the company after all these years. Very proud of it. It's gotten very, very big somehow. But that's a good thing. Do me a favor. Up above me is a spinning clock. You're saying to yourself, Stan, you're so techie. I mean, you're just so with it. And I agree. I agree with you totally, except for the fact that I just surround myself with really smart tech people. But that is a video I need you to watch. It's lifetime income. It's me explaining how it actually works, how Fed rates and all that stuff affect it or don't affect it, the real truth about it all. I mean, and it definitely coincides with what we're talking about today, which is where's my retirement income coming from? Lifetime income. Lifetime income is where it's coming from. My name's Stan the Annuity Man. See you next time.